Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Good afternoon, everyone. Last week we talked about Tang Casino. Then we just finished the first one, the Art Casino. Casino means the whole or all. So when you look at casino, you have to look at everything. You have to look at as a whole. That's called casino. So number two, actually, all the casino can be achieved up to fourth jhana. So when you attain the first jhana, you can continue your concentration. Then if your mind is more concentrated, you can reduce, you can overcome Vitaka, initial application. And if you overcome Vitaka, there's no Vitaka, your mind is more concentrated, second jhana. And if you overcome Vichara, third jhana. If you overcome Piti, the fourth jhana. If you overcome Sukha, pleasure, then you attain the fifth jhana. It goes like this. So here, today we'll go to the water casino. Actually, this is according to Visuddhimagga. Actually, my note is from Visuddhimagga. For those who have practiced water casino meditation before in their previous life or in this life, so the sign or nimitta can be obtained by just looking at water in a pool, by just looking at a water in a lake, or even the water in the ocean. Actually, previous weeks I shared the story of Mahathera from Sri Lanka. It's called Chula Siwa Thera. He went to Boracaya. On the way he looked at the ocean. Then he compared the water in the ocean, compare with the wisdom of the Buddha. The ocean is very wide, the Buddha wisdom was very wide. He just looked at the water. Then he practiced water casino. So in that way, he attained concentrated. His mind is concentrated. Now he is full of joy and happiness. Then he contemplate on his joy or pity or rapture. Then he became arahant. So here, for those who have practiced water casino before, the sign can be obtained just looking at water anywhere. Those who have been trying water casino before, they have to prepare the bowl or a pot with the filled with the crystal clear water. So actually, the hole must be around 10 inches wide. You fill the bowl or a pot. So the brim must be 10 inches wide. So by looking at crystal clear water from the bowl or from the pot, then you can practice water casino. So Visuddhimagga said that the color of water must not be mixed with that of the color of 4 color casinos. The water must not be blue color, yellow color, red color, white color. It should be crystal clear, crystal clear water color. When you are practicing Kasina meditation, should not review neither the color of water or its characteristics. Characteristic means liquidity. Actually, when you are practicing 4 great element meditation, you have to practice liquidity. But this is not an element meditation. This is a water Kasina. So when you are looking at water Kasina, shouldn't pay attention to the color of water, and also shouldn't pay attention to its characteristics. Actually, the characteristics of water is liquidity, liquidity. But when you are practicing 4 great essential meditation, 4 great element meditation, you have to pay attention to the liquidity in your body. Liquid, not liquid. That is element, its nature. But here, when you look at water Kasina object, don't pay attention to that. Just pay attention to water, water, water. That's all. We have to recite in the mind, Abo, 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 in Pali, or Uttaka, Uttaka, Uttaka. So this one also the same name in Pali, water. Or in English, water, water, water. In Chinese, you can practice any language. So it must be it must the definition of water, any language. Here, the main purpose is to develop our mindfulness and concentration. Mindfulness. By looking at water Kasina, if you recite water, 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 it will not produce any negative mental state, right? Pure mindfulness and pure concentration. That is the purpose. Then, if you are reciting the mind, water, 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 that will be preparation state, preparation state. Then, by looking at water Kasina, you recite in your mind, just in the mind only, water, water, water. Then, your mind is concentrated. Then you close your eye. Then you recite in your mind, water, water, water. Then that water Kasina appear in your mind. Then you don't need to look at actual pot or bowl. Just close your eye. Also, even you can practice this meditation by looking at a pool, swimming pool. Look at from your condominium. Then just look at. The people shouldn't be there. In the morning, nobody there. The water is very stable. Just look at the water pool, swimming pool. Abo, 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 water, water, water. But this is for those who have practiced before, So then, just look at swimming pool. Just recite in your mind, water, water, water. Then, if you think that the water in the swimming pool appear in your mind's eye, close your eye. Water Kasina appear in your mind. Just recite water, water, water. So if you are doing again and again, then you will have grab sign. We call it So when you are practicing water Kasina, by closing your eye, water, 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 then that water Kasina appear in your mind. Then that is called grab sign. You can able to grab the sign in your mind. But in this level, Okanimeda, the water is still moving in your mind. And also mix with the water purpose. Water purpose, you know. Because earlier when you see swimming pool or when you see a pot of water, then the water stays a little bit shaking. You know? So the moment you see, you attain grab sign, the water is still moving, and it will mix with the water purpose. So these are called defects of water casino. Defects of water casino. But your mind is very stable, just concentrated on the water casino. But in your mind, the water is still moving, still a little bit shaking. So that means your concentration is still shaking because of the mind, you know, because of the mind. Then keep on practicing and develop concentrations. Then you will have a counterpart sign, Patibhaga Nimeda. So in this level, the sign is not shaking. So that means the sign Nimeda, the water Nimeda is not shaking, getting stable. It became like a crystal clear mirror. A crystal clear mirror. Because now your mind is more concentrated. The mind is getting stable with the power of concentration. With the power of concentration, then your Nimeda, water casino, also getting stable. Not moving anymore. There's no defects, just like the water purpose, you know. So the water became water casino or water sign or Nimeda is getting stable. No more shaking. It became like a crystal clear mirror. But you just recite in your mind, continue to recite in your mind, water, water, water. So it's called counterpart sign. It's no longer the same with the earlier water casino. It became likewise, you know. It became like a copy or fake. Your mind created this sign. Your mind created this sign. Then you keep on practice. While developing that counterpart sign, if 5 hindrances are removed, then all your attention is a water casino. Only that sign. So there's no chance for 5 hindrances to come in. Occasionally they may come, like a sensual desire. If you have a sensual desire, that means your mind move, you know, the other things. So anyway, then there is a slightly degree of dislike, you know, irritation in your mind, etc. You know, if 5 hindrances are gradually removed, mind is fixed on the sign. So in that way, if you remove all the 5 aggregate, the 5 hindrances, then you attain jhanas, firstly the first jhana. And if you develop mindfulness further, then you will overcome vitaka, second jhana, etc. Equal like this. Then I think by learning this one, we can understand that we use one object, a pure object, that cannot create negative mental state, you know, negative mental state. So the purpose is to develop mindfulness and concentration. That is called water casino. Like the art casino meditation, Pathavi casino meditation, water casino also bring forth 4 jhanas. 4 jhanas. In the Abhidhamma, according to Abhidhamma, 5 jhana. 5 jhana. Up to the 5 jhana. Okay, so this is the water casino. Question? I think not difficult, huh? Let's move to next one. Fire casino. Fire casino. Actually, this one is not fire element. We are not practicing fire element. When we are practicing fire element, later we have to learn hot temperature and cold temperature. The characteristics of hot and cold in our body and outside. That is a fire element. But here we are talking about fire casino. For those who have practiced fire kasina before, they can grab the sign in any type of fire, such as the flame or a lamp, and forest fire, etc. And you can even look at the flame of candle in the shrine hall. So actually, for those who have practiced before, it is called not made up. So actually, we have a two type: made up and not made up. So that means you created purposely. But this one, earlier one, you made it not made purposely. When you see a lamp of fire, when you see forest fire, so you just use that object, that fire object, as a meditation object. But for those who haven't practiced fire kasina, so we can make purposely the sign purposely, just like setting a heap of fire, and looking at the flame of fire through a hole in a cloth or leather. Then you set up a fire heap of fire. Then you make a leather or cloth. Then you make a hole. So that hole must be around 10 inches. Then you look at the fire through that hole. So you purposely lift the fire, make it a heap of fire. Then you use, of course you cannot approach near the fire, very hot. You have to look at the fire from a little bit far place, Then you make a hole in the leather or cloth or map, anything. Then you just look at the fire through that hole. Then you recite in your mind, fire, fire, fire. Tejo, tejo, tejo. That's a simple practice, simple practice. So if you are looking at fire, don't think about its characteristics, hot and cold. You just recite fire, fire. That's all. So when you are looking at fire kasina, recite in your mind fire, fire, fire. Then you have your mind will be concentrated only that object. Then you close your eye and recite fire, fire, fire. So just visualize the fire sign in your mind. So when you are concentrating fire kasina, then your mind getting concentrated, getting steeper. So at that time, and you will have a grab sign. You will be able to, your mind able to grab fire sign. Fire, fire, fire. So at the Okanimeda grabs sign level, so you will, your mind will think, you still can see the wave of fire. The wave of fire appear one after another. Wave of fire. Because when you look at the heap of fire, so you see a wave of fire, right? Disappear, new one arises, just like that. Not stable, The fire is not stable yet. You can see wave of fire. So that is called defense or the fire kasina. Then you develop your concentrations. Then you will attain counterpart sign. Patipaga nimeda. Patipaga means group duplica or exactly the same. The fire in that level, the fire became motionless, not moving. So all the wave of fire disappear. All the defects of the fire kasina disappear. So you will see fire sign, which is not moving, very stable, like a gold fan, like a gold fan, like a gold column, just like that, very stable, not moving. So the fire sign became stable and motionless because of your concentrations. Your mind is not moving. As a power of concentration, the sign in your mind also getting stable. Then you trying to concentrate fire kasina again. Then on the way, you will be able to remove 5 hindrances one by one. If you remove all 5 hindrances, you attain the first jhana. Then you can also develop, increase your concentration, second jhana, etc. So here, fire kasina, fire sign. So this one also yields 4 jhana, and according to Abhidhamma, 5 jhana. If you want to know more about all these one, you can read Visuddhimagga, chapter 5, para number 5 to 8. I think it's good to read Visuddhimagga, that you will know better, and you will know how to read Visuddhimagga. Next one, air kasina. The air kasina can be practiced in 2 ways. By sight with your eye, by touch, the body can be 2 ways. So this one is not air element. So we have to just visualize air kasina, not an element, not a characteristics. So can practice 2 ways, by sight and by touch. But here, by sight, the top of sugar cane, because of wind, the top of sugar cane is swaying, swaying and shaking. And the top of bamboo, the top of trees, and even the top of the end of your somebody hair. Somebody hair, you look at the hair, because of the wind, it's moving. Just look at the hair. But don't think that, wow, hair is very beautiful. Don't look at its appearance, Hair is very good. Not like this, it will create craving in your mind. But here just air kasina, movement of the air, like hair. So here, we can practice by looking at with our eye. The top of a sugar cane, bamboo trees are moving. Just look at the tree are moving because of the wind, because of the wind. That is the sign of wind. That is your object. Just look at the top of a tree of bamboo. So by looking at air kasina, air. Don't pay attention to the bamboo or trees. Just pay attention to the air, the movement of the air. Air. Should establish mindfulness in this way. So this wind is a striking. Sorry. So this should establish mindfulness in this way. This wind is striking on this place. This wind, air, is striking on this place. Then you recite in your mind. Air, air. And also you can practice by touch. If the air touch your body, can establish mindfulness where the wind touches a part of your body after entering a window or by a hole. In a wall, and recite air, air, air. Actually, this can be practiced in your at home, in your corridor, in a balcony, right? Balcony. Sit down, and the air will touch your body, or your face, or your leg, anywhere. So you just mindfully notice, air, air, air. So by that way, then you can attain, capture the sign. Here, grab sign is air is moving, like a vapor of heat from rice cooker, vapor right from rice cooker, just remove from oven. So wave of heat, air, just like a wave of heat. So when you attain counterpart sign, so air became quiet and motionless. But then this one will be a little bit harder to practice because it needs a lot of mindfulness. But by touch may not be difficult, but by your eye, it will be harder. So this is a air casino. Okay.
If you say by sight, you're assuming that the wind is blowing and by sight, you assume that the wind is blowing and you can see the top of the sugar cane or the hand moving. What if the wind suddenly stops and all the motion stops? Does it disrupt your concentration?
Yeah, that's a for that reason it's difficult. It is a unmade and unprepared object. But then even you are practicing by touch, if there's no air, there is no touching of the air. It's difficult. For that reason, this one, air casino, difficult. But you need to choose a good place where the wind always blows. Yeah, can. Why not? You switch on that. Good idea. You can switch on the aircon or fan. Earlier, I don't know whether we still have it. Earlier, somebody stick a small paper, small strings. Whether aircon is working or blowing, like that, like that. We can use a fan or aircon. As long as it's moving, we can practice. For that reason, normally, for those who haven't practiced all these one, we purposely do, meditation object, just like a fire, fire. The fire casino. So we purposely do, purposely do. Heap of fire, and we look at. Okay. Question up to now? Okay, no question. The blue casino is a color casino. So actually here we have to try to apprehend the blue color sign in a flower or in a cloth or in a color element. So we have to, the main purpose is trying to apprehend the blue color. It can be flower, it can be cloth, it can be anything, But here we also have two types. For those who have practiced before, you don't need to prepare purposely. Anything that has blue color can be used as a meditation object, like a bush with the blue flowers. Then sometime, a stretch of flower, blue, just looking at that color, you can meditate on that. But shouldn't think that, oh, this is very beautiful. No, like this, We just have to take the color, not their beauty. If you think they are beautiful, then that's not a purpose. The purpose is to see the color. These color normally will create your concentrations. So here, not made up, not purposely made. A bush with the blue flowers. Also, in blue flowers, spread out on a altar table, shrine hall. All the flower, spread out on the altar table. We can also practice by looking at that color. Any blue cloth or even gem, anything blue color can be practiced. So for that, and also we can use made up, purposely made. We can fill blue flowers in a tray or in a basket with the petals upward. And we have to fasten a piece of blue cloth over the remote tray or basket, so that you can see, it's circular blue color. Just like the same as the art element, the art casino, is 10 inches. Should be 10 inches in diameter. Then when you fasten with a piece of blue cloth over a ring or tray or basket, you will see a circular blue color tray or blue color basket. Just look at that one. You recite in your mind blue, blue, blue. Nila, Nila. In Pali, Nila, Nila, Nila. So if your mind went to here and there, bring your mind. Vitakka will bring your mind to the meditation object. If your mind stay, if your mind is not going anywhere, then you close your eye. Then you just recite in your mind blue, 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 or Nila, Nila, Nila. And also you can make it a blue color disc on a wall or on a cloth, and you make a blue color one. You can make it with a paper, or you can even paint blue color one. Recently I saw a picture in Thailand. I think students from Mahachulalongkorn University, so they practice kasina, these color kasina meditation. So according to disposition of the students, some choose blue color, some choose white color. We have a different inclination, Some people like blue color, some people like yellow, and they use that 10 inches in diameter, a circle one, and they practice meditation. That is called Kala Kasina meditation. But here we can use a disc on a wall or on a cloth or on a map. Look at blue color kasina, recite in the mind blue, 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 or Nila, Nila, Nila. Actually, this is from Visuddhimagga. Visuddhimagga, translation of Bhikkhu Ñāṇa Mauli. So the word Nila has to serve for the English blue, green, sometimes black is his footnote. Okay, just let it blue. Bhikkhu Bodhi and Bhikkhu Ariya, actually his name is Rewatattama from Myanmar. So they translate Nila as a blue. Nila as a blue. So when you look at blue color kasina and recite in the mind, blue, 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 not very quickly, quietly, and maybe with the red pen, Then if you do so, you will have a grab sign. So in this level, you will still have defense of the blue color kasina. Like you will still see stamens, you will still see stalk of flowers, and you will still see the gaps between the petals. You will still see them. So these are defects of blue flowers. So then you just concentrate and recite in your mind, blue, 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 blue. At the end of the day, that if you develop mindfulness and concentrations, so those defects of blue color kasina will disappear. Then you will attain counterpart sign. In this level, concentration is deeper. Then blue color kasina became smooth, and it will appear like a crystal fan. Not moving. There's no gaps in between. There's no stalks. Just blue color, smooth, blue color sign. So in that way you attain counterpart sign. Then keep on practice. Then if 5 hindrances gradually are removed, then you attain jhana. Okay? That's blue kasina. Question? Okay. Number 6 and 8. Other color kasina the same, So the rest of the 3 color kasina, yellow, red, and white, are more or less the same. So one has to use respective color for these color kasina meditation. If you want to practice yellow kasina and yellow color flowers, or yellow color sake, you can use anything, And red color and white color, the same thing, the same thing. The next one is the light kasina. Aloka kasina. But here also 2 types, not made up. For those who have practiced the light kasina before, then you can see circular light projected on a wall. Circular light in the morning, in the evening. Circular light will appear on a wall, also on the floor. By sunlight or moonlight, nighttime, moonlight, entering through a hole in a wall. At home, sunlight may appear through the window, or sunlight may appear on a small hole. Then you just take it as a meditation object. The light kasina. But it is not easy. It's for those who have a clever in that meditation. But for those who practice for the first time, you can make it purposely. So here you can light a lamp inside a pot. Close the pot mouth. You have to close the pot mouth and make a hole in it. And you put a candle on a pot, and you close the mouth, and you make a hole. Place that hole facing the wall, so that circular light appear on the wall. That is more stable. You can practice. You can use that meditation object for a long time. because there is a steeping. That's made up. So actually here, Visuddhimagga is, people think that is a writing of Venerable Buddhaghosa. Actually, he is just a compiler. So these practices, these methods are written in early commentaries. So these methods are practiced by older generations or the monks. So actually, it can be the light kasina may be practiced in different way, as long as it develop concentration. But here they just show, they just show according to their time. But nowadays we have electricity, electricity. We can even use projector. I will make it a hole, 10 feet in diameter. Then I will show a project on the projector, and you can see it, light, aloka. We switch on all the light. No, it's not very dark, but a little bit dark. The whole room is a little bit dark. But if we make it very dark at night, it will be, your eye will be very tiring to see this one. Maybe we will switch on a dim light, then I will project a light sake. Then we all look at this one. Light, aloka. So they can be, developed by looking at aloka, the sakela, the light, and we can develop mindfulness. So we can do so, but this is a ancient time. There's no electricity, They just use natural one, not natural one, like a candle, And we put the candle inside the pot, and you cover the mouth of the pot. Then you make a small hole. Then you put that pot facing the wall. As you have a small hole, and the light will project on the wall. Then you just look at that circular light. Light. Aloka. So this method one is more stable. But when you use the light just come from the window, and moonlight just come from the window, you can use it. Then if your mind is very concentrated, you close your eye, you just concentrate on that light. It's not sake one, It may not be sake. It can be triangle. It can be what was it? Square. It can be square like this. Yeah, it can be square. So the main purpose is to use light. To use the light object. Looking at that light sake, we have to recite in the mind, light, many times, thousands of times, millions of times. So in that way, you will have a grab sign. But in that level, normal sake light projected on the wall, normal sake in your mind's eye, in your mind, a normal sake light projected on the wall or on the ground. But here, later you will attain counterpart sign. But in this level, so circular light is very compact and bright, and only cluster of light, very bright, very compact, circular light appear in your mind. Appear in your mind. Then, by concentrating on the light kasina, circle-like object, you develop concentrations. Then all the 5 aggregate are removed, you attain jhana. So this one also can achieve up to 4 jhana, all the jhana. All the jhana. And the next one, question? No question, huh? Question? Okay.
I backtrack a little more. On the color casinos, the choice of colors are fixed. You don't have some other colors like purple, orange, you know. I wonder why, or is the choice of colors the primary colors, the main colors? Is there a reason why you know these specific colors?
Actually, I need to check Visuddhimagga again. The reason, actually, what I remember, as far as I remember, correctly remember, I think this is only the color that can create a pure concentration. The other color, like a purple, it creates some other negative feeling. I need to check Visuddhimagga again. There's a perplex. But in Pali Canon, in the Suttas, the Buddha just mentioned all these colors.
The Kasina method of meditation, typically meditation teachers, a number of them will choose Anapanasati
Yeah.
as their method, the technique of the meditation object. Most do not choose kasinas. When I sit here and listen to you explain, it is the first time that I'm learning kasina, the theory of kasina meditation in more detail. I must say it's just theory, but it seems to be easier to access than, say, breathing, because you have a very clear, fixed external object that we can focus on. Seems, for lack of a better word, easier,
Yeah.
than say Anapanasati, or learning kindness and all that, because you have to, really, look and reflect. I'm just wondering whether my initial thoughts are correct, and why is it that if indeed these concrete meditation objects can bring us to more concentration, why is not talked about so much? Just very, very curious.
These all these objects, meditation objects, are taught to meditation masters in Pao Meditation Center. For those who want to become a meditation master, so Pao Sayadaw, they will teach all type of, they are trained to practice all these meditation methods. So for that way, they can choose different meditation objects to those. Actually, those meditation methods are given to those who have a higher level of concentrations. But for normal time, they will ask you to practice Anapanasati. But if you stay longer, if they know that they were interviewed many times. Then they were decide which meditation method is suited for you. Then they will give you. So some are giving how to say the skeleton meditation. Some are giving Kasina meditation, etc. So actually, it's good to give it a try. It's good to give it a try. We don't know whether which meditation method suit for us.
So the colors, whether it is blue, whether it is white, or whether it's yellow, if we use this meditation method, the one that comes most naturally to us will be the one that relates to our temperament. For example,
Yeah.
right? And this one we have to discover and practice and try out ourselves. But there will be a natural connection, if all the conditions are right, then you know which one will suit you. In terms of the colors, which colors will suit you.
Yeah. Can because the Kala Kasina can be practiced by looking at just the color, any color. Even the water Kasina, by looking at water in the swimming pool, can be practiced.
It is so wonderful because when I try to meditate, whether it is on the Brahma Vihara or whether it is on Anapanasati, it is difficult because the mind is very untrained, the mind is very immature, very untrained. But this is an external object, and something that, to me is easier and wonderful.
Yeah, because this is a given in Mussari Magga, but the method can be a little bit different. So when you read meditation method done by Paul Searo, the practicing Kala Kasina meditation may be a little bit different. But the purpose is to develop mindfulness. But this is according to Mussari Magga.
I'm very grateful to be sitting here now, learning, knowing about 40 meditation objects.
Yeah.
Because, it is so wonderful, just a range, a spectrum of 40 objects that you can choose to develop your concentration.
Yeah, you're right.
And then from there you pass on.
Yeah,
It's
you're right.
wonderful.
Okay. The next one is a limited space Kasina. Actually, space Kasina, Agasa Kasina. But here the limited one. So we have a two type, not made a one. You can practice a hole. You can look at a hole in a wall. You can look at a hole in a window. Or you can look at even a keyhole. Limited space. But this one a little bit difficult, but you can make it. You can make purposely. You make a hole in a wall touch a head. You can make a hole, to look at outside. Or in a piece of leather, a whole piece of leather. Or in a map, and so on. As long as it is a hole, you can practice. It should be about 10 inches wide. A span and 4 fingers. Actually, in the commentary, they say like this. Actually, the problem is these kasinas are not clearly mentioned in the suttas. That's a problem. What we know is from commentaries. So for that reason, there is a lot of controversial issues regarding with all these meditation methods. But some different meditation masters, they will teach you differently. But it depends on their own experience. So as you all know that, we have a different experience, right? One meditation will talk differently, another will talk different way. But we shouldn't say they are wrong, I always say that a meditation method which bring forth, which develop, which can be developed, mindfulness and concentrations. All right. But of course, we'll be very mindful to choose a better one. So, but this is from Visuddhimagga. So I think it's very safe to say, instead of talking for those who don't have no experience, it's better to say. It's safe to talk according to commentary. Some people may say, may not be right. I think we cannot say that. Mayhap, as long as it is a whole, we can practice. So looking at that whole, we can recite in our mind space, or akasa. Then you have a grab sign. But in this level, the mind is able to grab that limited whole. The whole you will see in this level, you will see the whole together with the wall, or together with leather. And you cannot extend that whole. Now, this is a 10 inches in diameter. So in that level, grab sign, actually you see the whole together with the wall or together with the leather that you use. But that whole you cannot extend with your mind. So your concentration is not powerful yet to extend the whole. Then if you practice that sign again, meditation that sign again, then you have a counterpart sign. But in this level, this will appear in the mind as the only circular space. There's no wall, there's no leather, no map, anything. Just a circular hole or space in your mind. Then the mind, the concentration is deeper. The mind more powerful. Then you can extend that hole. Maybe about 2 feet, 5 feet. And the site of our temple, the site of Singapore, the site of our globe, you can extend as much as you can because of the mind. Mind is very powerful. So in the counterpart sign level, so the circular space or circular hole is getting stable, not moving. The more your concentration is deeper, and this circle is getting stable. Then you keep on concentrating on that object, space kasina. Then 5 hindrances gradually run away. Then attain jhana. That is limited space kasina. Okay, so now up to now we talk about 10 kasina. So kasina is literally mean whole or all. When you practice, when you see an object, you have to see as a whole, not separately. That is the purpose of kasina. So generally 10 kasina can produce all jhana. 4 jhana according to Sutta, 5 jhanas according to Abhidhamma. Question? No question. Next one, we'll go to the Asubha Bhavana, meditation on foulness, right? Actually, my pronunciation is very bad. Foulness, and attractiveness. So in Maha Rahula Vara Sutta, the Buddha is going on Pinapada. The Buddha went to Pinapada together with his son Rahula. At the time, Rahula is around 80 or 90 years old. he saw, actually the Buddha is walking in front of him, and he sees the Buddha. Wow, my father is very beautiful, very handsome. Sorry, my father is very handsome. His skin, the color of skin, gold color. I also like my father. The Buddha knew, the Buddha knew his mind, then turned back and told this friend, Rahula, develop meditation on foulness. Asubhan Rahula Bhavanam Bhaveti. For when you develop meditation on foulness, Asubha Bhavana, any lust will be abandoned. Because now, in the mind of Venerable Rahula, lust arises, craving and attachment arises in his body. My father body very handsome, like father, like his son. So there is lust or craving arises in his mind. For that reason, the Buddha told him to practice Asubha Bhavana. And many other places also, the Buddha said that perception of foulness should be developed to abandon lust. So when you look at here, we can understand the purpose of the practice. Actually, normally we have lust may arise when we see something, So to abandon such type of craving, we have to practice this meditation. We call it foulness meditation, Asubha meditation. Asubha Bhavana means foulness meditation. It is also translated as a meditation on the impurities, and meditation on attractiveness. So according to Satipatthana Sutta, it is the same with the Charnel ground meditation. Charnel ground meditation. Charnel ground cemetery. When you actually in India, even nowadays, in Myanmar, even nowadays, you can still see, sand on a dead body, the Charnel ground. It is contemplation of the impurity and found nature of a corpse. According to Visuddhimagga. This is according to Visuddhimagga. 10 kinds of foulness are corpse in different stages of decay. Actually, these 10 kinds show these 10 kinds are different stages of corpse. Different stages of a corpse. And we'll go one by one. We have 10 stages of the corpse. Actually, Singaporean will not know it because that body are kept, with the using medicine. What is it? Amban. Very beautiful. You cannot practice all these one. But you can practice at home by looking at the pictures. Even now, let's practice. Number 1, the bloated corpse, swelling corpse. It is advised to practice for one who has attachment to beautiful shapes. If you have attachment to see beautiful body or a person, beautiful body yourself and others, you can practice this one. Bloated or swelling corpse, like this one. If we see like this one, look at or Automataka. According to Satipatthana Sutta, and we can look at such body oh, one day I will be like that. I will be like that. Very powerful. So if you look at and contemplate on such type of loader corpse, then the attachment to your body, the attachment to the beautiful body of other people, then will be subsided one day. Number 2, the livid corpse, Vinilaka. A corpse that is reddish color in places where flesh is prominent. Reddish color in a place, actually according to Visuddhimagga. Actually, no, mostly I just edited a little bit from Visuddhimagga. I don't want to add my own idea. Reddish color in places where flesh is prominent, and whitish color in places where pus has collapsed. Just like this one. So when you look at like this one, the livid one, then you can contemplate, wow, my body also has this nature. My body also has this nature. The body of other people also have this nature. If you keep it naturally. Recently I saw a picture, very beautiful, a African monk is sitting down nearby the corpse, practicing this one. Below that, the first one, below that the body. So there are terms and conditions and do's and don'ts regarding all these one. Actually, commentators give a very detailed instructions what to do in the cemetery. So to see such one, you have to choose a good place, a special place, where you cannot get smell like this. For those who have a less for those who are less concentrated, they have to choose the same femininity. The same sex, right? The same sex. As a man, male. As a woman, female. But if you are a very concentrated, stable mind, can choose anyone. Then number 3, the festering corpse with the pus in the broken places, just like this one. Body has this nature. We also have this nature. And if you are contemplating, looking at all these pictures, we can practice. Then attachment and lust to your body will subside. Number 3, the cut-up. A corpse opened up by cutting it into pieces. Maybe look at this one. So actually somebody is cut into pieces. So by looking at this one, your body also this nature. Then number 5, the gnaw. A corpse eating here and there. That means you don't need to practice all. You can choose 1 or 2. You can choose 1 or 2. The gnaw. A corpse eating here and there in various ways by dogs, vultures, etc. You can see this one, especially in Tibetan tradition. They will throw that body to for these vultures and animals. So they were cut into pieces and throw away. Their tradition. Then also you can look at this one. Then we can contemplate. Wow, my body also this nature. Number 6, scattered corpse. A corpse through here and there, scatter here and there. You can see this one. So somebody is cut, and if you have a car accident, sometime the body here and there, scattering here and there. By looking at this one, who knows? We also may have such nature. Number 7, the hack and scattered corpse. But this one no picture yet. Number 8, bleeding, bleeding. A corpse smeared with trickling blood, like this one. Of course, it is very, frightening, but this more or, vipassana. More vipassana. My body also like this. Number 9, the worm infected. It got full of mucus. Mucus, right? Sorry, mucus. I have a lot of picture. See this one, mucus. And you can look at this picture, then you contemplate the nature of the body. If our body is kept naturally, it can be like this. So, and the last one is popularly practiced, skeleton meditation. It time both for a single bone or for a framework of bone. It can be single bone. It cannot. It can be the framework of bones like this. By looking at this pictures or outside skeleton, then you can contemplate. Oh, my body also has this nature. My body will be the same like this. Actually, in some monasteries, they keep skeleton meditation object. People look at, wow, my body also this nature also has this nature. If we die, if we keep it naturally, we'll be like this. We'll be like this. Actually, this is a 10 type of the furnace or asubha bhavana. You can use any of them, one or two. You don't need to practice all. Then it will create detachment to your body. If you practice, if you do not have any craving or attachment to your body and body of other people, there's no fear to die. There's no fear to die. By doing so, and also for those who are practicing, the skeleton meditation. In Sri Lanka, in ancient time, Kumantriya time, so a monk go for Pinapada. Then on the way he saw a lady. The lady smiled at him. Of course, is the object of attachment. Then the monk, he's very mindful, practicing meditation. He just look at the teeth, white color. Then he meditate on the white color meditation. Became arahant. He does not he didn't look at the beauty of a lady, but just look at white color. No, not white color, bone. Bone. This one, skeleton meditations. Because maybe he have tried skeleton meditation many times because of that. So the reason why we do all these one is a lot of benefit. So this is from Visuddhimagga. So we have a benefit of Chanakron dwellers practice. For those who went to Chanakron or cemetery and they practice all these one. But now, even nowadays, there are many monks in Myanmar, Thailand, and Sri Lanka. They still follow, especially I think in Myanmar, a lot. They go to cemetery and they practice. Even a few years, 2 years ago, I think, one meditation master and how to say that, practice Chanakron meditation. All the meditators have to stay in the cemetery in Singapore. Mantai, I don't know Mantai or where. So all the meditators have to stay there. No sleeping. The whole night they have to practice. Somewhere practice sitting down meditation, somewhere walking meditation, like this. But this is that is a different one to train the mind, to train the mind. But this one is a Asubha Bhavana. You have to look at the different stages of the death body, death body. So according to Visuddhimagga, if you hear somebody die and his or her body is put in the cemetery, you have to be very happy. Now you got a meditation object to practice. Then he have to go, by cemetery and have to go and see the different stages of the body, When they go this time, the body, and the next day, differences like this. So the reason we do this one is many benefit. We will acquire mindfulness of death. Oh, we will die one day, like this body. And we will live diligently. We will not live carelessly. All the time diligent. I will die one day. And the sign of foundness is available in the mind. So if you have the sign of foundness and attractiveness, there is less chance for the craving or attachment when you see a beautiful body. Greed for sense desire is removed. When you are practicing Asubha Bhavana all the time, there's no attachment even to the food. You eat just for the sake of surviving. Constantly see the body's true nature. The body, the nature of decay, the nature of dying, has a great sense of urgency. Actually, last week we talked about Samvega. Here is Samvega. A great sense of urgency, spiritual urgency. You are not careless. All the time, you're very mindful, and you're always thinking, one day I must be like this. Sense of urgency. It's not fear. It's not a fear. Fear, we can see that two types of fear. Fear, like a dosa. Another fear, spiritual fear. Another we call it samvega, urgency, sense of urgency. And you will be able to abandon vanity of head. I'm very healthy, I can do, I can walk. You will abandon vanity of head. So you are always mindful. You are reminded. I will be like this. My body will be like this. Even though I'm very young, my body will be like this. Sense of urgency. You will be able to conquer fear and dread. You will be able to conquer fear and dread. Normally, if somebody dies, fear arises. Some people not able to stay even in their house. They love, each other. But when they die, very fear. They don't even. So for that reason, we always say that people cry when their beloved one die. Then we after funeral, then they invite the monks to drive them away. They even let them at home. So you can imagine, right? Fear in our mind, the most beloved one, fear. One of my friend, not my friend, my senior monk, when I was very young, he left his mother, and his mother died. Actually, he was looking at night. He go many places, cemetery. He go the places where his mother usually go, hoping that he will find his mother. So now, when we see as a Buddhist man, I think it shouldn't be like this, shouldn't be like this. But of course, if he has a very good, intention, just like that, in case if I see my mother, I will share good deed, I will share the merit. But now it's not like this. He left his mother, so he find out. He go the places where his mother went. No fear, no good, Such type of attachment also no good. Okay, so these are the benefit of the Asubha Bhavana. Okay.
This channel ground meditation is also. This kind of meditation is possible only if there are very causes made available. But isn't it out of respect for the dead that we bury them? And if you just sit there and watch the body decay, isn't it very unrespectful?
This is our view.
Yeah, I mean,
this is our view because in
the cover of the dead body, they want to leave it to sort of expose to the rain and the sun and so on and go through the stages of decomposition.
Normally in India, the body are cremated. But only that if the family is very poor, they will throw the body. They will throw in the cemetery, They cannot afford for the funeral rate. So they throw, the body. And also sometimes, for some reason, a person may die, and the body are disposed in somewhere. And then, for meditator can go there and observe. But of course, in civilized, we call it, so-called civilized society, we beautify that body. In that way, we show our respect. Anyway, nothing wrong. But here, the Buddha just taught to the man, this is the nature of the body. But mostly the body are cremated in India. And some are buried, right? Buried. Some are buried on the ground. So for them, we cannot meditate on that. But when we see, even the skeleton, we can meditate on that. Sometimes, Ryan family, they are buried on the ground, and a lot of jewelry are put. But later, when we came out, when we discover only skeleton, and we can use skeleton, even skeleton for our meditation. Even the Ryan family, they were dying, and they have to leave behind everything. we also will die one day, and we also have to leave everything behind. Our family member, our belongings, everything. If we have such understanding, if we have such thinking in our mind, then attachment to our life, attachment to our belonging will be dwindled away. So what I want to say is very meaningful and very purposeful. I agree that in Singapore context, it's not, how to say, so respectful. So here actually, what the Buddha want to say is the nature of the body, that body. But some people donated their body for miracle purpose, to use for miracle purpose. Recently, I talked to a young Singaporean who donated his body, and his wife also. They donated their body to Singapore hospital or university for the students. I say sadhu. Not easy, Actually, it is not easy to let go even our dead body. Not easy, We cling to even our dead body. Dead body, our beloved one, beloved one. Cling is natural, quite natural. It's quite natural. But by practicing all these one, then we can let go craving to our body. Then you will be able to sign, I will donate my body for hospital. Can you do that? No. Difficult, very difficult. We have attachment, it's quite natural. It needs a lot of courage, a lot of understanding, a lot of compassion, like this. Okay, so these are very important meditation method. But here in Singapore, you cannot get all these way, but you can practice by looking at the pictures, Even by looking at the pictures, we can practice. 1 month ago, we have a Teachers' Day in here. Sunday school celebrate Teachers' Days. So actually I'm teaching in a junior one. One of the students give me a poster of 10 stages of course. So she think that I should practice. Then I keep it in my room, and then I look at. Yeah, have to practice the 10 stages of the corporeal. So in that way, so less or attachment to the body. My body and the body are the people, right? So a lot of benefit. The next one is okay.
I wonder if you can explain this sutta.
Sorry?
I wonder if you can explain this sutta. I received it. It was placed on Ayasana Akashita's Facebook page. He conducted a series of workshops on that.
Okay.
And there was a video that his followers made, and it's entitled The Story of Buddha Rakita, the parrot, the bird. And basically, the bird, this monk found the bird. You're familiar with the story, right?
The bird?
The story of Buddha Rakita, the bird.
Buddha
Rakita, the bird.
The bird.
Yeah, okay, if you can be patient with me.
Okay.
If I recall correctly, this is from one of the suttas. I have it with me now. Of course, I can't play it, now. It is about this monk who picked up a bird, a stray bird, and then he kept the bird in the monastery, and he fed the bird. And he taught the bird the suttas. And in particular, he taught the bird to contemplate on Asubha.
Okay.
So one day, the bird was snatched away by a very big eagle. It was going to eat it. And this, but one of the monks saw the bird was in danger, and then he threw a stone at the big eagle, who had opened his mouth, and the bird dropped to the ground safely. So the monk asked this bird, was trained in Asubha. What were you thinking of when you were flying in the air and being, in the jaws of death? So the bird said, the only thing I could think of was bones. And I wasn't afraid, of whether I'm going to die or going to crash to the ground, or what's going to happen to me. I only thought of bones when I saw him, the eagle. The only thing I thought of was bones. And I didn't think of death, it was bones.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can explain this.
Here, he's not practicing death. He's practicing bone meditation, skeleton meditation. Bone and skeleton, they're the same. Bone, using bone object or skeleton object. Actually, death meditation is a different one. So it's one of the 10 recollections later we will have to learn. Bones meditation is a skeleton meditation among Asubha Bhavana, 10 Asubha Bhavana. So actually, by contemplating bone object, the bird do not have any fear of death. Actually, it's very powerful, All his mind is a bone, not an object. For that reason, no fear in that story. Fine, this is first time for me to hear that way.
It's a very, wonderful little video.
Yeah.
He's got this big group of very, very good devotees who do everything for him. I sent it to you later.
Okay,
It's a very
okay.
wonderful story.
Okay, so this is skeleton meditation. So one of the 10 recollections. Number 1, the recollection of the virtue of the Buddha and the virtue of the Dhamma. Number 2, number 3, virtues of the Sangha. Everyone know it, right? And recollection of one's own moral conduct or morality or sila. We recollect our own moral conduct. For those who are virtuous, who always keep their morality, and they can think about their contact, their contact. So I have done a good job in my life like this, So we recollect our own contact. And the recollection of one's own generosity, the dana. And recollection of one's own virtues, comparing that of devas. Because of virtues, virtual behavior, because of sila, the West Point in the heavenly realm, then I also have all these qualities. That is one of the contemplation, recollection. And number 7, the recollection of death. But this is a separate meditation method. The recollection of death. One day I will die, like this. Number 8, mindfulness directed to the body, Gagata Sati. Mindfulness directed to the body. Then, according to Visuddhimagga, 32 part of our body. And number 9, mindfulness of breathing. Number 10, recollection of Nibbana peace. So they are the quality of Nibbana. The quality of Nibbana. Contemplate on that. So these are 10 recollections. 10 recollections. Today I want to finish the first 6. The first 6. These are very easy, not difficult. 6 recollections. It's called Cha No Sati. Bhikkhu Bodhi, he write that through the centuries, the most popular meditation of subjects among the lay devotees have probably been the 6 recollections. Cha No Sati. They are the quality of the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, and recollection of morality, recollection of generosity, and recollection of the devas. These are called 6 recollections. Because these can be found in the suttas. Mahanama Sutta. Visuddhimagga said that in terms of samatha or jhana, recollection of the Buddha yields only assess concentrations, Upachara Samadhi. It will not produce jhana. It doesn't generate any jhana because of profundity of the quality of the Buddha and having. Now we are talking about the quality of the Buddha, quality of the Buddha. So if we contemplate or recollect the quality of the Buddha, we cannot attain any jhana, and we will attain only assess jhana, assess concentration, because of profundity of the quality of the Buddha, and having various type of qualities to complete. So when you think about the quality of the Buddha, very profound, it needs a lot of thinking, because various type of quality. According to Pali Canon, we can meditate on the 9 quality of the Buddha by reciting Pali formula Itipiso Bhagavan. Itipiso Gatha, we call it Gatha, stanza. Itipiso Bhagavan, Arahan, Samma Sambuddha, etc. So you can recite, you can recite in Pali. If you are reciting in Pali, you should know the meaning. Itipiso Bhagavan. According to commentary explanations, one can elaborate each qualities and recollect them one by one. For that reason, commentaries always show different definition of the quality, one particular quality. The quality of Arahant, the first quality, shown in many ways. One can also use one of these 9 qualities as a meditation object. In the suttas, so we can find that when we talk about the quality of the Buddha, Itipiso Bhagavan. But here, according to commentary, we can use any quality of the Buddha as a meditation object. Generally, Arahant and Buddha are the most popular meditation object among others. In Myanmar, Thailand, I think Sri Lanka also, very popular. Arahant. So they just use a beat, right? Counting beat. Then Arahant, then they will make it one beat, Then they contemplate the quality of the Arahant, the meaning of the Arahant, and they will make another counting like this. That's a meditation. We use only one quality of the Buddha to meditate. And also build on it, Actually, 9 quality of the Buddha. So the Blessed One is an Arahant, number 1. Actually, I just take it one translation, one definition. But 2, perfectly enlightened. The Blessed One is perfectly enlightened, accomplished in truth knowledge and contact. Unfortunate or wagon. Number 5, knower of the world. Unsurpassed trainer of persons to be tamed. Teacher of devas and humans. The enlightened one and the blessed one. These are 9 qualities of the Buddha. So according to many suttas, one can contemplate or practice 9 qualities of the Buddha. But the Buddha also have many qualities. Any quality you can contemplate on that. Because we have a different disposition. Some people like other quality of the Buddha. The next one is the 6th quality of the Dhamma. Actually, we already know. But in Maharama Sutta, all the 6 recollections are mentioned in that Sutta. In Goda Nikaya, chapter 6, verse number 10. King Mahanama, the Buddha is talking to noble disciple, recollects the Dhamma. That's the Dhamma is well expounded by the Blessed One. Sakado Bhagavata Dhamma. Directly visible, Sandaitika. It can be visible, it can be experienced directly. Immediate, you can experience immediately. Inviting one to come and see. It is worthwhile to invite people to come and see and to experience. Applicable, anytime. Applicable. Dhamma is applicable. And Dhamma is to be personally experienced by the wise. If you are wise, you can experience by yourself. If you are not wise, not possible. Not possible, There's a 6th quality of the Dhamma. So if you see 6th quality, I think wonderful. If you know 6th quality of the Dhamma, wonderful. These will be studied in details in Sutta study class next year. For those who will attend, you can join. So you will study in detail with the help of the suttas. I think you will how to say that you will be able to appreciate Buddhism after learning all these qualities. You'll be able to appreciate. Just knowing the quality of the Buddha and the quality of the Dhamma and Sangha, especially the Dhamma, then you will be able to appreciate. So quite, we call it objective. So the teachings of the Buddha is objective, not subjective. 9 qualities of the Sangha. Sangha of the Blessed One disciple is practicing the good way. If a true disciple, not a bad disciple. True disciple. Here it refers to 8 noble people, 8 noble Sangha. 8 noble Sangha. Sangha of the Blessed One's disciple is practicing the good way. But here, Sangha refers to not only the monks, it refers to the nuns and lay, male devotee and female devotee as well. Anyone who became 8 noble person. If they became noble person, they will practice the good way. They will practice straight way, not crooked, not crooked. The way they talk, the way they do, straight. If you become a noble person, then practicing the true way, and practicing the proper way. If somebody became noble person, so they will have this quality. Not a normal Sangha, no? Normal Sangha, they will not be straight, you know. If somebody became, noble Arya Sangha, straight, and they will practice properly. Then look at this one. Yatitan Chattari Purisa Paukalani Atha Purisa Paukala Esa Bhagavato Savaka Sangho. This is the 4 pair of persons. So we have a Sotapanna, the one who is on the way to Sotapanna, no? Becoming Sotapanna. Like this, 2 pairs, no? 4 pairs of persons. Then altogether, 8 type of individuals. Sangha of the Blessed One, disciple is the worthy of gift, worthy of hospitality, the worthy of offerings, and worthy of reverential salutation, and unsurpassed field of merit for the world. It refers to the 8 individuals, 8 noble individuals. You know? Then next one is a recollection of virtue. This is according to Mahanama Sutta, according to Suttas. Indeed, I have various virtues, various sila that are unbroken, flawless, unblemished, unbolted, freeing, praised by the wise, and grasped wrongly, leading to concentrations. You have a flawless sila. You can contemplate on that. Some people are honest. They can contemplate honesty. That's sila, you know, that's sila. So when they contemplate honesty, very powerful. It's recollection. Even though people are accusing, you know, even though people are blaming, if we are honest, we can recollect our honesty. That's sila. Very powerful. Next one is a recollection of generosity. So according to the Suttas, and Visuddhimagga also refer to the Sutta, it is truly my good fortune and gain that in a population upset by stain of miserliness, people have a lot of miserliness. Among them, I dwell at home with a mind devoid of stain of miserliness, freely generous, open-handed, delighting in relinquishment and giving away, devoted to charity, delighting in giving and sharing. So if you are such a person, you can contemplate on that. You can recollect your quality. Very powerful. Especially when you are going to die, you know, you can use this meditation method. This is one of a good meditation method. The next one is a recollection of deities, according to the Suttas. So there are devas from Chatumarajika, Tawadesa, Yama, Tusita, Nimanarati, Pranimina, Vasavati, six heavenly realms. And also the deva of Brahma's company. And devas stay higher than these. So their ages in me too such faith that those deities possess, because of which when they pass away here, they were reborn there. Because of faith, they were born in heavenly realms. Because of virtual behavior, sila, because of learning, sutta, you are learning, I'm learning, sutta. Generosity, chaga, wisdom, panya. But your wisdom is higher, knowing, you know, good and bad, wholesome and unwholesome. And also getting higher, arising, and passing away of Nama-rupa. Wisdom. And because of those qualities, the West Point in heavenly realms, I also have these qualities. That's recollection. Very powerful, very powerful. These are called 6 recollections. So these are famous and more popular among the 10. 10. Okay, I think time is up. I want to ask whether you want to continue this year or you want to do it next year. Those who want to do it this year, 1, 2, this year, no? Finish this chapter. Because we are going to finish. Okay, many of you want to do. So next week we'll close one Saturday. We'll continue next month. No? Next month we will the first week we'll close because I want to go back to Myanmar for a while. Then after that we'll continue. Then we will.
Next year, will you have new classes for us?
No, next year we stop 1 year because we have one other teacher, Sister Xianqin. She's very good Abhidhamma teacher. Those who want to revise, then continue next year. Okay, let's finish. Yo vadatam bhavaro manutesu sakya muni bhagava kata kecho aragato pala vidya samangi tam sukatam saranatamu bebi agavi ragamani jamasokat dhamma masangata apati kulan marurami mampadunan suwipatan Dhamma mimam saranatamu bemi yatacha de namaha pala mahu chatusu sisu buddhisayugesu atacha bokal Dhamadasate Sangha Mima Saranatamu Bemi. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay. I will sing in the chat group. Sorry? Yeah.